You're listening to Heroes in the Moment.
What's up, heroes? I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
And today, latest superhero news, part 11.
11, baby!
11 week, and we have to say, this has got to be the hypest one.
Breaking news!
Bigger, honestly, I'm hyped, more hyped for this one than I was for Comic-Con.
Okay.
More hyped for this than I was for D23.
Okay.
And this is the biggest breaking news we've ever had on Heroes in the Moment. It happened less than an hour ago. Around an hour ago-ish. And this is huge news.
Break
right
it down,
off the bat,
baby.
Ryan Reynolds confirmed not only Deadpool 3 coming 2024, September 2024.
2 years.
2
from
years,
now.
but still confirmed Deadpool 3. Said they've been working on it, working super hard on it, making it the Deadpool vibe and how to bring him back in the MCU.
Yeah.
But not only this.
Okay.
The even bigger news out of it is the return. The return of the GOAT,
Who?
Hugh Jackman, as Wolverine.
Are you for real?
I'm for real. I'm so excited. Yes.
Yo, give a hand for Marvel, man.
Give a hand for Marvel for making a right decision.
Hugh Jackman.
Ryan Reynolds.
In
Deadpool 3. They put up the biggest, dopest logo I've ever seen in my life of the Deadpool face with Wolverine claws. Marvel Studios logo.
Bam.
First time MCU debut of Ryan Reynolds Deadpool and Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
He's coming back.
I'm so excited.
Papa's coming back.
He's coming back. All this makes me want is the two greatest, arguably superhero actors, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, to come together. But that's never going to happen. But I'm just excited nonetheless to see him again.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to bring him back, how they're going to do it. It said one more time in the video that Ryan Reynolds posted. So this makes me curious. Is it going to be truly one more time, or is he going to be the Wolverine in the MCU?
I think they said one more time. Let's just theorize. If it is one more time, either number one, he's the main Wolverine, in the main timeline and he gets killed, or he's the main in another timeline. He gets pulled into the main MCU one.
So I'm curious about, because of course last time we saw him, he died obviously sadly in Logan.
Rip.
Very.
He went out like a legend.
He did go out like a legend. Absolute GOAT.
The coolest way possible.
Definitely great movie. Of course, shout out Logan. But I will say I don't know how they're going to explain it, because obviously we know for a fact that Ryan Reynolds Deadpool does come from the X-Men universe, the original Fox X-Men universe. So will they play it off as he is the X-Men of the Marvel universe, or is he another X-Men from a different multiverse? Because we obviously know this has to be a multiversal movie.
Yeah.
Because obviously it has to pull in Ryan Reynolds for him to stay in the MCU, because it's got to be Ryan Reynolds. Unless they pull it off to where, he's a new version of himself and he's like not the Deadpool of that universe, but he's like the Deadpool
I
of the
really
MCU.
do think he's been pulled in, because remember in She-Hulk, like that tabloid says, man with claws.
Right.
If he was actually that main timeline character, people would have recognized him.
For sure.
And they would have identified him as Wolverine. So I really think, here's my theory, that Deadpool gets introduced. He decides he just want to go on a spree, kill a bunch of people, like maybe Loki in Avengers 1.
Facts.
Basically, the only person who can stop a healing mutant is another healing mutant.
And the best healing mutant there is.
That's what I'm thinking, for real.
Because, those of you who've been listening for a while now know that Wolverine's one of my top three and one of your top five superheroes of all time.
He's crazy cool.
Fantastic character in every sense, in everything we've ever seen him in. So I'm just excited, and especially to get like Deadpool and Wolverine in the MCU in 2024. It's already 2024 is going to be rocking. Because you got Fantastic Four. You have what else is coming out in 2020? Thunderbolts, right?
Thunderbolts, Fantastic
Four, and I'm missing another
Captain
one.
America.
Captain America New World Order. So it's going to be a big year, super hype year. And I'm just excited. That's going to
be one of the best years, It's going
to be a good year. Hopefully, except if Marvel keeps going down in the momentum. But I think with Black Panther Wakanda Forever, the momentum will go back up. We hope. We'll see. But speaking of Captain America 4, we'll make the transition.
A nice transition.
Right? Nice transition over to the news about Captain America New World Order. Of course, with Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson's Captain America. So apparently, it is not confirmed, but it's more than likely true of Tatiana Maslany going to be coming in Captain America New World Order as She-Hulk, which makes complete sense.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. I just hope it just doesn't steal attention away from him.
I don't think it will.
You don't think it will? I just wonder, because we've already got rumors of A-Bomb, we got rumors of She-Hulk, obviously
Scar,
Scar. We have obviously Anthony Mackie.
It's turning into a Hulk movie,
and we have Falcon. How is a Hulk movie and Anthony Mackie's first, not first appearance, but his first movie as Captain America? How is that meshing?
Well, I think
that's a lot of heroes.
It is a lot of heroes. The theory I heard is, of course, with the Universal deal, it's hard for them to make a Hulk movie, and they're trying to work those deals out.
Yeah.
So they're kind of making Captain America New World Order a Hulk movie. with Captain America as the man. Well, wait, hold on. But I think it actually kind of works if it makes sense because, of course, you have Sam Wilson, who's always a side character.
Yeah.
But for him to benefit as becoming the Captain America with the threat of the Hulks and him as the starter to fight that, I think it's kind of interesting, and I think it kind of fits for the future.
I don't think we've really explored, that side much.
We have not.
Maybe. I know there's a couple comics that do with it, but they're not like, the idea is not too popular. So
Right. So
that might be cool.
And then obviously there's got to be a place for She-Hulk to show up again. She can't just be one time in the show. And then just go bye-bye.
She could.
She could.
Potentially.
I mean, personally, She-Hulk's the best character out of her own show.
Yeah.
Like, I would be completely okay to never, and I mean never see any of the rest of the characters in that show again, except for her. So if she shows up in Captain America New World Order, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
as long as like
writers,
Nikki doesn't come with her or Titania.
Watch, Nikki's gonna come along. Unfortunately,
I'm so depressed.
I'm just scared because Titania is a big player in Secret Wars.
That's true.
I don't
No, she can't. She can't.
Planet, man.
Not in Secret Wars. I would cry. I would literally physically cry. Not like sad Iron Man tears, but like angry, mad, crushing bone tears. That would be
for real. She gets a lot of time in the comic series.
That is true. All right. So on other news, we got some runtime news, which is actually super dope. First off, we'll start off with Werewolf by Night, which is coming the soonest. It's actually coming a week. We got a week until Werewolf by Night, October 7th.
How come? Why are they not marketing
the ad
this
campaign
better?
is very weak.
It's terrible.
It's very weak. But
we got spam with every other show.
It is a special. I mean, it's not like a TV show or a movie. It's a special.
Even Groot, like when you go to Food City, you see like the the little nut stand is there. Nothing for Werewolf by Night.
So I'm curious about that. Why is their ad campaign so weak? Unless it's gonna be just so crazy they don't need one. I don't know.
Like this is news. Obviously, I know when it comes out, but I just forgot about it because I'm not being reminded of it.
It's forgetting. So we'll see how it is. But the runtime is going to be 52 minutes. So makes sense for a special.
Yeah, we said like in between 20 minutes, maybe.
You were hoping for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But I was like
an
special.
hour and a half.
52 minutes makes sense. I'll take 52 minutes.
Just not, 10 minutes of credits.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
That's exactly what they do.
Same brain link there. Awesome.
We've been doing this long enough.
We have been. All right, and the next up, runtime for Wakanda Forever, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Super hyped for this movie. November 11th, be in the theaters. And that is runtime of apparently 2 hours and 41 minutes.
Wow.
That is beautiful to my ears. That's music
beautiful
to my ears.
I mean, if you told me it was another director and you told me 241, I'd be terrified.
I would be terrified.
Truly. But give Ryan Coogler and this idea 240 to figure it out.
Beautiful.
I'm getting goosebumps.
I'm getting goosebumps, man.
I'm thinking
and the ad campaign, everything I'm seeing, is beautiful. Like they just recently posted the Entertainment Weekly pictures of Namor. We see he looks dope.
So cool.
Looks so cool.
Yeah.
We see the Queen Angela Bassett's character and Shuri. Of course, they look like they're fighting with the spears and stuff. It looks super awesome. And of course, Letitia Wright came on with Jimmy Fallon and she said that this is a complete dedication to Chadwick Boseman and his legacy, and she said she wanted every single day that she came on set, she wanted to honor Chadwick and his legacy. So I have high hopes for this movie. Like I don't see it failing with Ryan Coogler.
I really see it as a top 5.
I do too. Honest. I hope. I mean, 240,
right? And that's perfect because that's time to develop the plot. Perfect. Also, all the new characters, with the passing of the lead, right? Like, I don't know. That's perfect.
It's a hard job, but I think Ryan Coogler did it.
And it makes me wish, that they would have kept like that 240 timeline, with Multiverse of Madness.
Right.
That could have benefited from that too.
I agree, but I'm so excited for this movie. Words can't describe, the emotion going in. I know I'm going to cry, so I'm just so hyped. All right, next up, another piece of runtime, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy, the holiday special coming this holiday season, and that's going to be about 42 to 45 minutes.
Really?
In length, yeah.
I would have guessed like 20 to 25.
Really? You think that short?
Really?
Well, it's not animated, so it's going to be a little bit longer. So I'm excited it's a little bit longer. So I wonder what the story will be. I wonder if Thor will be in it. I wonder who all will be in it or what.
I have no idea.
I think it's going to be fun. It's just going to be
James
Gunn. James Gunn did it, of course. So.
I know. It's just going to be them going to some planet and, I don't know, nuking it. I don't know.
Well, you never know. Maybe Adam Warlock will show up. I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Dude, what if he showed up for the first time in a special?
Be sad. Yeah, that kind of be sad.
He better show up in 3.
Right.
Well,
so
obviously he is.
We'll see. Also, real quick, I forgot to mention this. Werewolf by Night reviews are in, and they're great so far that I've heard.
Really?
That I've heard of so far. It's very creepy, black and white, different.
Yeah,
so.
I've heard that they've gotten away too with a lot of the blood and gore because a lot of it is in black and white.
Right, that's true.
So they've been able to really push the limit of that. So
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
A week.
All right. Wow. Speaking, of course, of runtimes, that is it. But for Wakanda Forever again, it has been allegedly confirmed that Namor the Submariner is going to be a mutant in the MCU,
Fire.
which we've been theorizing about that for some time now.
Is he?
That he would be.
Is he the second confirmed mutant now?
I
After
guess
Miss
technically
Marvel?
Miss Marvel is the
Yeah.
first. I mean, if you don't count from Wakanda Forever, or not Wakanda Forever, Multiverse of Madness, Professor X.
Yeah.
Technically, you can count him, but it's a different
I guess in
universe.
the main
so in the main
timeline, yeah.
timeline, Miss Marvel is the first, and then Namor would be the second.
I like.
Which
I like
is
the little
exciting.
build-up.
I love the little teases of the mutants. You know, they're
Yeah.
just bringing it up, and then of course, this was the biggest tease of all time today. Hugh Jackman, shout out again.
Shout out.
Shout out again.
Goat,
So
man.
that's awesome in of itself. All right, next up we have we got news of Eldon Henson, who we know from the original Daredevil series is Foggy Nelson, apparently returning for Daredevil Born Again. What
That's
do you think
so
about that?
fire. Honestly, dude, he completely steals the show. I mean, in the original series,
Hilarious.
I'm watching it again. Dude, he's up there with Charlie Cox for like the best actor like in the show. Like he really does steal a lot of the glory.
Right, he's great.
Not in a bad way, but the fact that he's returned, it just gives me hope that they'll bring back the rest of the cast. Obviously, there's rumors that
Rosario
Bullseye is
Dawson.
coming back. Yeah, Rosario Dawson, Punisher, everybody. So dude, I'm just hoping for a big old reunion. But that's another step in the right direction.
Right. And of course, with 18 episodes, they have plenty of time to flesh everything out. So
Yeah, and who
that's-
says that
that's
their
exciting.
law firm then can't represent like superheroes in the future?
That's
Do a
true.
better job than
That's true.
GOK and H.
Still not understanding why a suit was made for him in Los Angeles. Anyway, off that. All right, can't talk about She-Hulk on here. All right,
Yeah,
so we got to talk about Fantastic Four. So we learned a couple weeks ago that it got Ryan Shockman, the director of WandaVision, to direct this movie, which I think is a fantastic choice. So now we're going to get, it got its writers, right? So,
Really?
Yep, it got its writers, got its director and its writers, and they are officially confirmed to be casting right now. So in leaks or
They're
rumors.
just now casting?
Well, I think they probably had some in the back of their minds or somebody already cast, but they're just now confirmed that they are in the casting process for some of the other characters. and
Got
stuff.
you.
So in the coming weeks, we'll start hearing leaks or confirmed possible reports of roles.
Confirmed.
So
Danny
we'll see.
DeVito as a thing.
Oh!
That's all I need to hear. I mean, you talk
It'd be
about
beautiful.
Hugh Jackman being hype.
Mm.
Think about that.
Think about Danny.
Think about that.
You're right.
Obviously, unfortunately, he can't play
Beautiful.
Wolverine. 'cause
I'm still kind of upset because I honestly think David Harbour would have been the perfect
the
thing.
perfect, yeah.
And he's Red Guardian.
By the way, Red Guardian.
Right.
They could have chose anybody else for
They
Red Guardian.
literally could have.
Like, literally.
But I think David Harbour would have been a perfect thing. So that's kind of
Yeah.
unfortunate. But oh well. All right. So now we got to talk about our last piece of Marvel centric news, and that is Iron Man. I'm especially hyped for this. Is going to be confirmed to get his own game. Obviously, going to get that open tonight for sure. Playing the heck
Fire.
out of that game.
Fire.
Oh, I'm so
It's
hyped.
from what I understand, it's a single player, right?
Right.
Which which studio is making it again?
I
heard
forgot.
I heard rumors of EA.
Uh.
I heard it was just first person single player.
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm just excited to be flying around as Iron Man, if I'm being honest.
I
Like,
know.
how cool is that going to be? Just
That'd
flying.
be fire. I know they have a VR, but obviously that's a lot different game experience, versus on the
Motive.
console.
Motive is doing the
Motive.
game.
All right.
I like Motive, all
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
They
So,
got some good stuff. So.
yeah. So I'll take that.
All right.
All right. Now
That's
to make
hype.
the transition over to Star Wars and the biggest, well, I'll wait. I'll save that part for the ending because we got to have a good ending.
Yeah.
So for this part, or kind of a bittersweet ending, so Disney allegedly wants Star Wars to have a game every 6 months.
This is a big L.
This is weird news.
This
Honestly,
is a big L.
I don't think this is true. Because I don't think really Disney would have any like creative control over the video game side of Star Wars.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense to me.
I know. I know they work with EA over all that stuff, but I mean, I saw it on 4 or 5 different verified accounts, and I don't know why. They're just running for money. From what I understand, they want a smaller game every 6 months than like a AAA big game every year.
Well-
I think about it as a player. Would you rather have 2 Star Wars a game that are maybe mid or just not great, or a great one maybe every 2.5, 3 years?
I'd rather have a great
You
one
know,
every 2 or
yeah,
3.
they can
Kind of like
continue to
Jedi Fallen
play.
Order, Jedi Survivor,
Like that just seems so unrealistic. 2
I agree.
games a year.
Right. It
The
just
quality is going to be really
I'm not
dropping.
for that because honestly, like, I mean, the Star Wars games that they have been releasing, yes, Jedi Fallen Order was great.
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars was great to me. And among other things, but like the Star Wars Squadrons was horrible.
Yeah.
I never got to play it, but the reviews were horrible.
It was not good.
And then some of the other things that they're apparently coming out with. The Old Republic, I'm hyped for.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be great.
The sequel for
Jedi Survivor.
Jedi
I think
Survivor,
that will be
yeah.
great.
That would be
But other
fire.
than that, like, just to like, what's the word I'm looking for? Just oversaturate the
gaming
media world of the
community,
video
yeah.
game. I think that's too much, and we don't want that as Star Wars fans. We'd rather have a greater look at it than
I agree.
that. So
I agree.
I'll
Just
see.
make Star Wars Battlefront 3, and I'll be happy.
Yep. Yep, that would be goated.
I still
All right,
play it.
next up, some bittersweet news. We got some confirmed news that James Earl Jones has thrown in his hat as Darth Vader. He said that, of course, he's done playing the character. But the good news surrounding that is he did give permission that if they want to use Vader again, then they can use his old voice clips and merge it together to create that part.
That was a legendary run.
It was.
When you talk about
absolutely legendary.
When the first one come out. Was it 70?
1977 to 2022.
2022.
That's a good run.
Yeah, never faltering. Obviously, dude, if I was Disney, I'd be like, listen, come in the studio for a day, and we will literally make you say everything possible, dude. Like, so we can just use it for everything.
He might do it. I mean,
like, honestly,
he
like,
might would
by
do
the way,
it.
here's $10 million for anything
Sign
in the
me
future.
up. I'm down. But anyway, of course, bittersweet. We're gonna miss the guy. Fantastic actor. I just hope he's the voice of Mufasa in the upcoming Lion King prequel.
That'd be fire.
That's coming out. I really hope for that.
For sure.
But overall, of course, just hyped again for Hugh Jackman's return in Deadpool 3. That is confirmed.
I can't believe it.
That's just
it better be like
the cherry
a
on top.
1v1 thing. Like they go at it. They better not be on the same team.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think there's going to start that way. There's no way. It's going to be beautiful.
They're going against each other.
They're going against each other.
Like they just can't die. They're just ripping each other apart. Fire!
That's going to be epic.
That
and we're
hype.
so excited.
That's hype.
And this has been such a hype news. So goosebumps.
All right, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, let us know by giving us a review and a download. Our podcast, Here's in the Moment, is available on all major podcast platforms, so check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you want to stay up to date with our new episodes, with any announcements, check us on the Insta at Here's in the Moment and TikTok at Here's in the Moment with an extra T. Stay tuned for this Saturday at 5 a.m. We're dropping our Andor Episode 4 breakdown. The show has been dope so far. Great introduction to the characters, the plot they got going on. So we're excited to break down this show for y'all. So stay tuned this Saturday at 5 a.m.
That is for sure. We just want to thank y'all for listening. And thank you, Hugh Jackman, for coming back. And we love you 3000.